This video provides brief information about the pistols used by the United States Army in combat during World War I. The Colt M1911 pistol is one of the most iconic and influential military handguns of the 20th century. It was designed by the famous American firearms engineer John Moses Browning and officially adopted by the United States Army in 1911. For more than 7 decades, the M1911 served as the standard-issue sidearm of the U.S. military and was widely used during World War I, World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War, proving its effectiveness and durability in combat conditions. The Colt M1911 is a semi-automatic pistol that operates on a short recoil, locked breech system and is chambered for the powerful .45 ACP automatic Colt pistol cartridge. This cartridge was selected for its excellent stopping power, which was considered essential for military service. The pistol is renowned for its robust construction, mechanical reliability, and simple yet effective design, allowing it to function reliably even in harsh environments. The M1911 also features several safety mechanisms, including a manual thumb safety, a grip safety, and a half-cock hammer position, making it one of the safest service pistols of its era. In terms of technical characteristics, the Colt M1911 has an overall length of approximately 216 millimeters, a barrel length of 127 millimeters, and a weight of about 1.1 kilograms unloaded. It uses a single stack magazine with a standard capacity of 7 rounds, although later variants often use 8-round magazines. The pistol fires in single action mode with 1 round discharged per trigger pull. Its effective firing range is around 50 meters, and it is equipped with fixed iron sights designed for quick target acquisition under combat conditions. Another important aspect of the Colt M1911 is its ergonomics and shooting stability. The all-steel frame helps absorb recoil, improving control and accuracy, especially for experienced shooters. Due to its accuracy, reliability, and powerful caliber, the M1911 has remained popular not only with military and law enforcement units, but also among sports shooters, collectors, and civilian users. Even today, more than a century after its introduction, the Colt M1911 continues to be produced in modernized forms and is widely regarded as a classic masterpiece of firearms engineering. The Colt M1902 military pistol was one of the earliest successful American semi-automatic military handguns and represents an important transitional stage in the development of modern service pistols. It was designed by the famous firearms engineer John Moses Browning and manufactured by Colt's Patent Firearms Manufacturing Company beginning in 1902. The pistol was developed as an improved military version of the earlier Colt M1900 and M1902 sporting models, with the main goal of meeting the growing interest of the U.S. military in semi-automatic pistols to replace revolvers. The Colt M1902 military was chambered for the .38 ACP automatic Colt pistol cartridge, which at the time offered relatively high velocity and good penetration. The pistol operates on a short recoil, locked breech system, in which the barrel and slide move rearward together for a short distance before the barrel unlocks and stops, allowing the slide to continue rearward. This operating principle later became the foundation for many famous pistols, most notably the Colt M1911. Compared to the sporting version, the military model featured a strengthened frame, a slide stop, and overall improvements intended to increase durability and reliability under military conditions. In terms of physical characteristics, the Colt M1902 military has an overall length of approximately 240 millimeters or 9.5 inches and a 152 millimeter or 6-inch barrel. The unloaded weight is about 1.1 kilograms or 2.4 pounds, giving the pistol a solid and robust feel. It uses a detachable box magazine with an 8-round capacity. The pistol has an external hammer and, like many early semi-automatic designs, it lacks a modern manual safety. Instead, safe handling relied largely on the half-cock notch and careful operation. Despite this limitation, the pistol was known for good balance, relatively mild recoil, and respectable accuracy for its era. In conclusion, the Colt M1902 military pistol was a technologically advanced handgun for the early 20th century and played a crucial role in the evolution of military sidearms. Although it was never officially adopted as a standard U.S. service pistol, the experience gained from its design and testing directly influenced later developments, especially the legendary Colt M1911. For this reason, the Colt M1902 military is highly significant not only as a functional firearm, but also as a key historical step in the development of modern semi-automatic pistols. The Colt M1903 pocket hammerless pistol is a compact semi-automatic handgun developed in the early 20th century in the United States and is considered one of the most iconic personal defense pistols of its era. It was designed by the famous firearms engineer John Moses Browning and introduced by Colt's Patent Firearms Manufacturing Company in 1903. Despite the name hammerless, the pistol does in fact use an internal hammer. The term refers to the absence of an external hammer, which reduced the risk of snagging when drawing the weapon from a pocket or under clothing. The Colt M1903 was intended primarily for military officers, law enforcement personnel, and civilian users who required a reliable, easily concealable sidearm. It quickly gained a strong reputation for its reliability, simple construction, and ergonomic design. The pistol operates on a simple blowback system and features a single-action trigger mechanism. One of its most important safety features is the grip safety located on the back of the frame, which prevents the pistol from firing unless it is held correctly. Many later models also included a manual thumb safety, providing an additional layer of security. In terms of technical characteristics, the Colt M1903 was most commonly chambered in .32 ACP, 7.65 x 17 mm Browning, with a smaller number produced in .380 ACP, 9 x 17 mm. The magazine capacity is 8 rounds for the .32 ACP version and 7 rounds for the .380 ACP version. The pistol has an overall length of approximately 171 mm, a barrel length of about 102 mm, and an unloaded weight of roughly 680 to 700 grams. The frame and slide are made of steel, while the grip panels were originally manufactured from wood or early plastic materials such as Bakelite. The Colt M1903 pocket hammerless was produced for an exceptionally long period, from 1903 until 1945, with several 100,000 units manufactured. It saw limited but notable use by the U.S. military and police forces, and it was also widely favored by high-ranking officers and prominent public figures. Overall, the Colt M1903 pocket hammerless stands out as a classic early semi-automatic pistol, valued for its concealability, mechanical reliability, and lasting historical significance in the development of modern handguns. The Colt M1905 pistol was an early semi-automatic service handgun developed in the United States at the beginning of the 20th century and is considered the direct predecessor of the famous Colt M1911. It was designed by the renowned firearms engineer John Moses Browning and introduced by Colt's Patent Firearms Manufacturing Company in 1905. The primary purpose of the Colt M1905 was to provide the U.S. military with a more powerful and reliable automatic pistol, and it played a crucial role as an experimental and developmental model. The Colt M1905 was chambered in the newly developed .45 ACP automatic Colt pistol cartridge, making it the first Colt pistol to use this caliber in practical testing. The pistol operates on the short recoil principle and uses Browning's tilting barrel locking system, a mechanical concept that later became standard in many semi-automatic pistols around the world. This operating system was further refined in later designs, most notably in the M1911. In terms of construction, the Colt M1905 featured an all-steel frame and slide, giving it strength and durability suitable for military evaluation. It was equipped with an external hammer and fired in single-action mode. Unlike later models, the M1905 did not include a grip safety, relying instead on a relatively simple manual safety mechanism. The single-stack detachable magazine had a capacity of 7 rounds, which was typical for service pistols of that era. The technical characteristics of the Colt M1905 include a caliber of .45 ACP, semi-automatic operation with a short recoil system, a magazine capacity of 7 rounds, an overall length of approximately 210 millimeters, a barrel length of 127 millimeters or 5 inches, and an unloaded weight of about 1.1 kilograms. The pistol was fitted with basic fixed iron sights, designed for durability rather than precision target shooting. Although the Colt M1905 was never formally adopted as a standard service pistol, it was extensively tested by the U.S. Army and provided valuable feedback for future development. The strengths and weaknesses identified during these trials directly influenced the design of subsequent Colt models, including the M1907, M1909, and ultimately the Colt M1911, which was officially adopted in 1911. As a result, the Colt M1905 holds an important place in firearms history as a transitional design that laid the foundation for one of the most iconic military pistols ever produced.
The Savage Model 1907 pistol was an American semi-automatic handgun developed in the early 20th century and is considered one of the most advanced pocket pistols of its era. It was designed and manufactured by the Savage Arms Company and introduced in 1907, primarily for the civilian market, law enforcement use, and military trials. Although it was tested by the U.S. Army during the same period as other early automatic pistols, including the Colt designs, the Savage 1907 was never officially adopted for military service. The Savage 1907 operates on a simple blowback system and was originally chambered for the .32 ACP 7.65 by 17 mm Browning cartridge. Later variants were also produced in .380 ACP 9 by 17 short millimeter. One of the most notable features of this pistol was its double-stack detachable magazine, which could hold up to 10 rounds of .32 ACP ammunition. This was a significant advantage at the time, as most contemporary semi-automatic pistols were limited to single-stack magazines with much lower capacity. As a result, the Savage 1907 was often advertised as having superior firepower compared to its competitors. In terms of dimensions, the pistol has an overall length of approximately 165 millimeters with a barrel length of about 95 millimeters. The unloaded weight is around 540 to 570 grams, making it relatively lightweight and easy to carry concealed. The frame and slide are made of steel, while the grip panels were typically manufactured from hard rubber or wood. The grip is noticeably wide due to the double-stack magazine design, but it provides good control and a comfortable hold for the shooter. A distinctive characteristic of the Savage 1907 is its internal striker-fired mechanism, meaning it has no external hammer. This design reduced the risk of snagging on clothing and allowed for faster drawing from a holster. The pistol is equipped with a manual safety lever, enabling safe carry when not in immediate use. The sights are fixed and simple, consisting of a front blade and a rear notch, intended for short-range defensive shooting. In conclusion, the Savage Model 1907 was an innovative and forward-thinking handgun for its time. Its high-capacity magazine, compact size, and modern mechanical design made it one of the most popular American semi-automatic pistols of the early 1900s. While it did not achieve military adoption, the Savage 1907 holds an important place in firearms history and contributed significantly to the development of later semi-automatic pistol designs.
The Remington Model 51 pistol is one of the most technically innovative semi-automatic handguns of the early 20th century. It was designed in 1918 by the legendary American firearms engineer John Moses Browning and manufactured by Remington Arms. Introduced shortly after World War I, the Model 51 was intended primarily for the civilian market, law enforcement officers, and military officers who required a compact, reliable sidearm. Although it was never adopted as a standard military pistol, it earned a strong reputation for its advanced engineering, excellent ergonomics, and smooth shooting characteristics. The most distinctive feature of the Remington Model 51 is its hesitation lock delayed blowback operating system. Unlike simple blowback pistols common at the time, this system briefly delays the rearward movement of the slide during firing. This delay reduces felt recoil and allows the pistol to remain lightweight while still being comfortable and controllable to shoot. As a result, the Model 51 has noticeably softer recoil and better stability than many other pistols chambered in similar calibers, contributing to improved accuracy and shooter confidence. The Remington Model 51 was produced in two calibers, .32 ACP, 7.65 by 17 mm Browning, and .380 ACP, 9 by 17 mm Browning short. Magazine capacity is 7 rounds for the .32 ACP version and 6 rounds for the .380 ACP version. The pistol operates in semi-automatic mode only. Its overall length is approximately 165 millimeters, or 6.5 inches, with a barrel length of about 90 millimeters, or 3.5 inches, and an unloaded weight of roughly 600 to 650 grams. These compact dimensions made it well suited for concealed carry. The frame and slide are made of steel, while the grip panels were originally produced from wood or early synthetic materials. In terms of safety, the Remington Model 51 is well equipped for its era. It features both a manual thumb safety and a grip safety, significantly reducing the risk of accidental discharge. The pistol also has a low bore axis and a well-shaped grip, which contribute to its excellent handling and natural point of aim. While it did not achieve the widespread commercial success of some competing designs, the Remington Model 51 remains highly respected among firearms historians and collectors. Today, it is regarded as a classic example of John Moses Browning's engineering genius and an important milestone in the development of modern semi-automatic pistols.
The Colt M1909 revolver was a U.S. military service revolver developed in the early 20th century and represents an important transitional stage in American military small arms history. It was produced by Colt in 1909 and officially designated the Colt New Service model of 1909. The revolver was adopted after combat experience, particularly during the Philippine-American War, showed that earlier .38 caliber revolvers lacked sufficient stopping power in close-range engagements. As a result, the U.S. Army demanded a more powerful and reliable sidearm. The Colt M1909 was chambered for the .45 Colt cartridge, one of the most powerful revolver cartridges in U.S. military use at the time. It featured a 6-round cylinder and could be fired in both single-action and double-action modes. The revolver was built on Colt's large and robust New Service frame, made of high-strength steel to withstand the recoil and pressure of the .45 caliber ammunition. The barrel length was approximately 5.5 inches, 140 millimeters, providing a good balance between accuracy and handling for military service. In terms of dimensions, the Colt M1909 had an overall length of about 280 millimeters and an unloaded weight of roughly 1.1 to 1.2 kilograms. While relatively heavy, this weight helped reduce recoil and improve stability during firing. The sights were simple and rugged, designed for durability rather than precision target shooting, which suited battlefield conditions. The grip panels were typically made of wood and shaped to ensure a secure and comfortable hold. Historically, the Colt M1909 saw limited but important service with the U.S. military. It was primarily issued to cavalry and other mounted units and served as a response to the urgent need for greater stopping power. However, its service life was relatively short. With the adoption of the Colt M1911 semi-automatic pistol in 1911, the M1909 revolver was gradually phased out of frontline service and reassigned to reserve and secondary roles. In conclusion, the Colt M1909 revolver occupies a significant place in U.S. military firearms history. It combined powerful .45 caliber performance, a strong and reliable design, and traditional revolver operation at a time when military doctrine was shifting towards semi-automatic pistols. For a seminar presentation, the Colt M1909 serves as an excellent example of how combat experience directly influenced weapon development and marked the transition from revolvers to modern service pistols.
The Colt New Service 4.55 revolver is a large-frame, heavy-duty revolver developed by Colt at the end of the 19th century and widely used during the early 20th century for military and service purposes. The New Service model was first introduced in 1898 and quickly gained a reputation as one of Colt's strongest and most reliable revolvers. The .455 caliber variant was produced specifically to meet British military requirements and was chambered for the 4.55 Webley cartridge, making it compatible with standard British service ammunition during the First World War. Mechanically, the Colt New Service .455 is a double-action revolver, allowing it to be fired either by pulling the trigger directly or by manually cocking the hammer for more precise single-action fire. It features a 6-shot swing-out cylinder, which was considered modern and efficient for its time. The .455 Webley cartridge fired a large diameter, relatively heavy bullet, providing strong stopping power at close to medium ranges, an important characteristic in trench warfare and close-quarters combat. The revolver is built on a solid steel frame designed to withstand powerful service cartridges. Typical barrel length was around 5.5 inches, approximately 140 millimeters, with an overall length of about 280 millimeters. The unloaded weight was roughly 1.1 to 1.2 kilograms, making it a heavy revolver, but this weight helped reduce recoil and improved controllability. The Colt New Service .455 was equipped with fixed iron sights consisting of a front blade and a rear notch, which were simple, durable, and suitable for military service use. In terms of handling, the revolver was fitted with wooden or hard rubber grips shaped to accommodate a firm two-handed hold. Reloading was performed via the swing-out cylinder and a central ejector rod, allowing spent cartridges to be removed quickly compared to earlier solid-frame revolvers. Overall, the Colt New Service .455 is remembered as a robust, powerful, and highly reliable service revolver that played a significant role in British and Allied forces during the First World War, and it remains an important example of early 20th century military handgun design. The Smith & Wesson M1917 revolver is an important American military handgun developed during World War I. When the United States entered the war in 1917, production of the M1911 semi-automatic pistol could not meet the urgent demand of the expanding Army. As a result, Smith & Wesson was contracted to produce a revolver chambered for the same .45 ACP cartridge, allowing logistical compatibility with existing ammunition. The M1917 was based on the Smith & Wesson second model hand ejector and was adopted alongside the similar Colt M1917 revolver. The Smith & Wesson M1917 is a double-action revolver, meaning it can be fired either by pulling the trigger directly or by manually cocking the hammer for a lighter single-action trigger pull. One of its most distinctive technical features is the use of the rimless .45 ACP cartridge, which is uncommon for revolvers. To solve this issue, specially designed metal half-moon clips were introduced. These clips hold 3 cartridges each, allowing the ammunition to be properly positioned in the cylinder and enabling rapid extraction of spent cases. The cylinder has a capacity of 6 rounds. The revolver is equipped with a 5.5-inch or approximately 140 millimeter barrel, providing a good balance between accuracy and handling. Its overall length is about 245 millimeters, and its unloaded weight is roughly 1.1 kilograms. Built with a solid steel frame, the M1917 is known for its durability, reliability, and manageable recoil, making it well suited for harsh battlefield conditions. The sights are simple and robust, consisting of a fixed front blade and a rear notch machined into the frame. The Smith & Wesson M1917 was primarily issued to officers, artillery crews, and support troops, though it also saw frontline service when necessary. After World War I, many of these revolvers remained in service or were sold on the civilian market. Large numbers were also exported, most notably to Brazil, where they served for many years. Today, the Smith & Wesson M1917 is valued as a historical and collectible firearm, representing a transitional period in military sidearms when revolvers and semi-automatic pistols were used side by side. The Colt M1917 revolver was a U.S. military service weapon developed during World War I to meet the urgent demand for sidearms. In 1917, the U.S. Army faced a shortage of Colt M1911 semi-automatic pistols chambered in .45 ACP, which were the standard issue at the time. As a temporary but effective solution, the Army ordered large-frame revolvers adapted to fire the same .45 ACP cartridge. Colt responded by modifying its proven Colt New Service revolver, resulting in the adoption of the Colt M1917. This revolver served alongside the Smith & Wesson M1917 in U.S. military service. The Colt M1917 was chambered for the .45 ACP automatic Colt pistol cartridge, which had originally been designed for semi-automatic pistols rather than revolvers. To make this possible, the revolver used special half-moon clips, each holding 3 cartridges. These clips allowed the rimless .45 ACP cartridges to be properly positioned in the cylinder and enabled simultaneous extraction of spent cases. While the revolver could technically be fired without the clips, extracting the empty cases became much more difficult, making the clips an important part of the system. Mechanically, the Colt M1917 was a 6-shot double-action single-action revolver built on a strong steel frame. It featured a barrel length of approximately 5.5 inches or 140 millimeters, providing a good balance between accuracy and handling. The overall length was about 280 millimeters, and the unloaded weight was roughly 1.1 kilograms. The revolver was equipped with simple open iron sights consisting of a fixed front blade and a rear notch machined into the frame. The grips were typically made of wood or early synthetic materials designed for durability and secure handling. In terms of performance, the Colt M1917 benefited greatly from the stopping power of the .45 ACP cartridge, making it highly effective in close-range combat. The revolver was known for its robustness, reliability, and ease of maintenance, all of which were critical qualities for a military sidearm in wartime conditions. These characteristics made it well suited for trench warfare and general service use during World War I. After the war, many Colt M1917 revolvers remained in military inventory or were sold on the civilian market. Some were later reissued during World War II for training, guard duties, or support roles. Today, the Colt M1917 is regarded as an important historical firearm, representing a practical and successful adaptation to wartime shortages. It stands as a notable example of early 20th century military handgun design and a significant chapter in the history of U.S. service revolvers.